Hey, thank you for your questions and comments in the last video. I'll be answering a couple of those questions in this video. So my name is Naomi Veek, founder of this community. I have been sober from alcohol and pot for the last 3.5 years and counting. I've been using all of my education and background and focusing it on helping to create a community for growth-oriented sober women. And we're headquartered here in Portland, Oregon. So, recently when I was talking to one of the members, she was telling me about how before she had joined the community, it seemed like all of her old friends, all of the activities that they wanted to do, they either included or were centered around alcohol and other drugs. And so she felt very alone and lonely because she either didn't go to the events, or if she did decide to go to them, then she felt alone there because she was the only one that wasn't getting hammered. Then once she joined the community, it was like, wow, now I'm with people that share this same value that is just an essential part of who I am as a person. So the first question that I would like to talk about was somebody who said that they were worried that they wouldn't have enough time to participate. Just last night at one of our in-person events, there was one of the members who was explaining about how she didn't feel like she had enough time to attend a lot of events, but that she felt like the community was so valuable to her because there's still the online portion of the message board where she was able to see people's messages and things like that, engage with them that way. And then she was able to attend the events that she could. And the thing is, right now, the price point of the membership is low enough that if you only attended a monthly event, you would be getting your value from that. Another way to think about it, at our online 21-day gratitude challenge meeting that we had last week, there were a couple of us that came on at the beginning that we were feeling pretty tired and lethargic. And then at the end, we were feeling energized. Well, why was that? If I had been sitting there watching TV for an hour, I probably would have still felt very lethargic at the end. The difference was this was filling us up. This was filling our cup. It's, if you think about what you're doing with your time, the free time that you have, assuming that you have some, are you doing things that are depleting your energy further, or are you doing things that are actually filling up your heart energy? And not the kind of like caffeine buzz that like, now I can't sleep, but it's the kind that helps you to be able to just continue on living this wholehearted, full-hearted life. So that's, a question that I would ask you to consider. I mean, if you haven't attended a My Sober Girlfriends event, then you don't know how they can make you feel. But all I can do is tell you what other people have told me and what I've experienced myself. So just think about what are you doing with your time? Are you doing things that take energy away? Are you doing things that give you more energy? And, with all the research pointing to friendships being such an important part of well-being, it seems like it's worth it to at least ask yourself those questions. So another question that somebody had, they said, what if I'm not struggling with staying sober? Because I partied when I was younger, but I quit. I do not smoke pot or drink alcohol right now. That's really important to me. And I don't like being around people who do. And is it still okay for me to join the community? And the short answer is yes. We all have things that we have bonded to in the past, or maybe are currently bonded to. That could be your phone. It could be shopping. It could be Oreo cookies, but something where you can have empathy for that sort of that addictive feeling that people can get, those bonds that we can get with different things. So the important thing is this: one, that in the community that we're all sharing that same value of we want to live a clear-minded life. That is important to us, and that's what we do. That's what we keep coming back to. And then the other is that someone's not going to feel judged if they bring something up. So if they say something, in the past, makes just some kind of comment about the past, that they're not going to feel judged by the other people who are listening. And so if you can understand that and you have empathy for that, then I would say, yes, it sounds like the community would be a good fit for you. So, I have in the past, I had looked at those pictures of women, those pictures like a group of women that's standing outside of a restaurant and they're all standing together and they're looking like they're so happy. And I would think things like, wow, I really wish that I was in that group, but they're probably hammered. Have you thought that yourself? Well, what would it be like if you had a group of friends like that, but they weren't getting hammered? They were like you. They valued this clear-minded, clear-headed way of being, way of showing up. What would you do? Would you go to museums with your friends? Would you go to crafting events? Would you do crafting with them? Would you go skiing? Would you watch sports with them? What would you do with your time? Would you maybe go to a Galentine's Day brunch where nobody got hammered? What would that be like? Can you imagine the confidence that you would have having this group of friends and feeling validated and inspired by them? I mean, what would that be like? How could you show up differently in the world if you had that kind of confidence? Can you just imagine what that would be like? Well, in my next video, I will be talking about the membership doors opening and why you should join the membership right away. If you have any questions or comments, you can message me, and any of the ways that you have available to you, you could comment on the video here, and I will answer those questions, and I'll be sharing some more information about the membership in my next video.